need to pay attention to, Matthew.
Is this disturbance going to impact the United States?
Big changes that last couple of days here, bringing much more of the southeastern U.S. into play. Heads up.
With the trough back here and your system here, you've got room to take this right up the coast.
Thursday into Friday, it could either take a track right along the coast or it could end up going out to sea. Right now, there is a lot of uncertainty.
So if I had to sum it up, if this system is faster, you've got to worry about the entire length of the East Coast. If it is slower, it's more or less the Carolinas and not New England.
Big wheel, keep on turning. Slow, Hurricane Matthew, keep on burning. He's not going too fast, but he is putting on a show. I'm not even sure it's a hurricane. He's such a complex dynamic process that all seems to have purpose. I think I'm going crazy. Looks like a galaxy. That's wild. That is amazing. Folks, that was the center of the galaxy, man. That was the center of the freaking galaxy.
Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation.
Thor News presents. This is like a monster weather double feature. It's almost like Matthew has turned into two storms. Count 'em. 1, 2. Hello there. Oh, wow. You get 3 hurricanes in one. There's your situation getting more interesting by the minute.
Brand new update in from the Hurricane Center on Hurricane Matthew.
Matthew is still an intense major hurricane in the central Caribbean.
And if you're keeping score at home, that central pressure hasn't changed, 947 millibars.
Still 140 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane.
Again, a lot of factors coming into play, but more so we're going to have to watch its speed.
And as it continues to make that northwesterly approach, it's moving slowly at around 3 miles per hour.
There's a lot of confidence that the storm is going to continue to move northward for the next couple of days.
By Monday afternoon, it's going to make its closest approach to Jamaica and Haiti.
But it's not just winds. We're going to see potentially devastating storm surge, especially on the eastern side, because winds around the storm are going counterclockwise. So we'll have more of a southerly flow coming into the southern shores of Haiti. That means the winds are coming right off the water, directing what could be an 11-foot storm surge there and into eastern Cuba as well. In addition, 10 to 20 inches of rain is likely across pretty much this entire region, but there could be isolated amounts for southern Haiti where we get near 40 inches, and that would also lead to devastating flooding.
We are concerned about very, very rough surf, strong rip currents, and also some large swells.
Extensive wind damage, power outages, flooding and mudslides, as well as devastating storm surge.
Moving it to the west-southwest, we're going to get a track, I think, somewhere like this or somewhere like this.
Some of the models are taking this directly into central portions of Florida. Other models are just shooting it all the way up into the northeast portions of the mid-Atlantic. We do have some models that have it making landfall over the Carolinas. There's still lots of uncertainty, so this is definitely something worth watching.
Now it feels like the entire situation is constantly and consistently getting weirder. So much so that it's ridiculous. Wow, that's just wild, you know? Here's the little hurricane we're talking about. Here's the mean sea level pressure system that the Eye of Sauron, and something's starting to happen here. Ladies and gentlemen, this storm is no laughing matter. It is a monster. Forgive me if I over-dramatize on these weird weather speculations, but we're saving lives here, people. In October 2016, it's creepy, crawly, scary, weird. And we're only 2 days in, so bear with me. Plus, the sun is breaking out. And here, this monster totally has the head of a dragon, with an end frame, kind of looks like a dog. Alright, we knew there was Matt, and we had a sequel, and now I think we have the trilogy. 1, 9, 0. Is that 8? Is that a message? Crazy. Crazy owl wearing a suit. Category 4. Hurricane Matthew is a monster. And that is a 7. And this is water vapor. And there's a whole lot of it. Here's our main player at the moment. Hurricane Matthew. He's got gusty winds. How much are they gusting? I don't know. But he is giant. Where's this thing going? Nobody knows. That's incredible. Bet you $1 to somebody on the internet who knows exactly how and why all of this is happening. That's amazing. That's cool too. I should flip that shit over twice. And then it was day. And then it was night. September crossed over. Maybe October would be all right.
All interests along the East Coast need to pay attention to Matthew.
Again, with Matthew becoming a larger system over time, we expect the wind field to expand, and we also expect the impacts to expand. So
is this disturbance going to impact the United States?
Even though Matthew is well to the south currently, we are going to be looking at some implications along the eastern seaboard as we venture into next week.
Forecast continues ahead to keep it a very strong hurricane.
Now, even though the track follows the center, probabilities say that technically the center of the storm could be anywhere from the western edge of the cone to the eastern edge.
We are concerned about its proximity to the southeast, heading in toward the eastern seaboard here of the U.S.
We could be dealing with an approach or maybe near miss or near hit, I guess it's more appropriate, of Matthew come the end of the week in the southeastern U.S. The Carolinas heads up.
And that threat pretty much hugs the entire eastern seaboard from Miami to New England.
If it's slower, your concern isn't New England, it's a little farther south. I think you've got to worry. I'm going to show you the GFS. And let's go to Sunday morning. The GFS has been locked in on this Jamaica hit. It has been on that from the get-go. There's the European, there's the GFS. Monday evening, GFS, here's the European. European, GFS. Now, let's go Tuesday afternoon, there's a GFS, that's European. I do believe the European is too far east. Here is the critical key. Right here. It splits the trough, and it's going to build the trough into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Watch this. And this is the critical difference. This is the implications for the U.S. Watch. You see this? Watch. There. That is Tuesday morning. Look at this little sharp trough. Now, why is that important? Well, you have lower pressure here with the trough. Here's your upper level high. Because you have lower pressure, and what's going to end up happening is, because of that piece of energy in the trough, you're going to get the system, Matthew, to move a little farther north a little quicker. European, GFS. GFS, European. I don't know if the GFS is right on this, but the implications are huge. There's the GFS, there's the European. They're about at the same latitude, but watch how that little trough makes a huge difference. Because as the time we get into Thursday, there's the GFS, right? Look at the European. Lot farther south and west. European, GFS. But this digging little trough is the key. Now, because it's faster, you've got room for this to get very close to the East Coast. And maybe a landfall and something that comes right up the coast. Your steering trough to get this storm either up or out is coming through. It's coming into the West Coast this weekend. Watch this trough. See, here it is. There's the trough. You have to pay attention.
All interests along the East Coast need to pay attention to Matthew.
Is this disturbance going to impact the United States?
Big changes that last couple of days here, bringing much more of the southeastern U.S. into play. Heads up.
With the trough back here and your system here, you've got room to take this right up the coast.
Thursday into Friday, it could either take a track right along the coast or it could end up going out to sea. Right now, there is a lot of uncertainty.
So if I had to sum it up, if this system is faster, you've got to worry about the entire length of the East Coast. If it is slower, it's more or less the Carolinas and not New England.
Big wheel keep on turning. Slow Hurricane Matthew keep on burning. He's not going too fast, but he is putting on a show. I'm not even sure it's a hurricane. It's such a complex dynamic process that all seems to have purpose. I think I'm going crazy. Looks like a galaxy. That's wild. That is amazing. That was the center of the galaxy, man. That was the center of the freaking galaxy.